the Indian John Wick and stuff like that. The titles are getting prefixed to my name. I never thought about all these things. We have our Amitabh Bachchan, we have our Shah Rukh Khan. So these guys have done it all. I was very excited, sir.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Hi, this is Manuel for PeepingMoon, and I'm getting in conversation with Bollywood's new action sensation. His name is Lakshya, and he's killing it at the box office with his recent release called Kill, described as Indian cinema's most violent film. Is that true?
It's very true, sir. You tell me. I've seen the film.
But I've seen a lot of action films, but this is
something
violent.
Different, yeah, altogether.
Tell me, when you got this offer, given Dharma's history of making romantic comedy dramas, were you kind of disappointed that you weren't making a romance film and selected for action?
No, actually, I would have been, but my starting was with Dostana. That was the first film I got. So it had all the romance and masala and glamour a film can possibly have. So I wasn't disappointed at all because Dostana had shelved. That wasn't happening, and now I was working on a very different film, which has a very different language altogether. When you talk about Dharma, you're expecting glam and a guy in like shirtless guy with six-pack abs coming out of a swimming pool in his trunks. And now none of that's going to happen. It's going to be blood and blood on you. So it's a different feeling, and I think I was meant to do this role more than I was meant to do Dostana. So I just accepted it with open hands, and I thank God. And I.
So were you excited or disappointed?
I was very excited, sir.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Yeah.
There was no other way I can describe this film because I remember once the narration was over, I have moist eyes and I'm asking my director, sir, when are we getting started? I felt that, there was something that stirred in my belly, and I just knew it from the very beginning that if something has to change in my life, this film might be doing that for me. Because if it was supposed to happen, it would have happened through Dostana.
Through Dostana.
So I was just grateful and I accepted it.
But when you set out to become an actor, did you kind of see yourself as being an action superstar?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. Forget about being a action superstar, sir. I never thought that I'll be an actor in the first place. When I came to the city, I just came because I had nothing else to do and I was offered a show when I was already in Delhi. So when I came here, I discovered this city and I discovered the art of acting. And then immediately I fell in love with it. I felt there is some sense of purpose I'm getting out of it. There's a sense of fulfillment. And it just makes me feel important in my head. It makes me feel relevant that, okay, if I play a certain character, I get to speak so much about that character. Whereas in my personal life, I'm quite introvertish.
Okay.
I tend to speak less. I tend to interact less with people. And through characters, I got the chance to speak my thoughts. I got a chance to voice out my inner feelings. So it was something that really caught my eyes, and I was all in.
Now you've kind of broken the mold, with this role of yours. And are you afraid that you'll be stereotyped? In future, people will expect you to do the same kind of action, and they may not be able to live up with a story that matches Kill.
Sir, I think even with Kill, I never saw Kill as an action film. I saw it as a film. And I saw it as an emotional journey of a character who's going through, physical, mental turmoils. So, if I get stereotyped in things like that, and it's making the box office, I'm making good money out of it, then that time is very far away from getting stereotyped. I feel I'm just getting started. I want to explore. If I get an action film which has a good story, which has some reason behind the action, I will definitely do it. I do not want to go down that road where I start thinking that if this is bad or this is right. Sooner or later, you will find a path. You will find the balance between what you have to do and what you don't have to do. And I think if I'm strong at something, why should I let go of it? As simple as that.
How did you feel when you read the reviews of this film? And the critics said that there was no great storyline, but the action compensated for everything. And the way you delivered it, the way you portrayed that character and executed what was given to you made the difference.
These reviews worked as a fuel somewhere because I left TV in 2018. I had taken a sabbatical. Then I got into films, and it has taken me 6 years to finally reach a point where I can receive all these lovely reviews about myself. And couple of things like Dostana not working, the second film not working, had somewhere brought down my morale also and confidence as an actor. And I feel that these reviews and how the amount of love that is coming my way is just bringing a new life, to me. And it's every review works like a liter of fuel, I feel, and it's just making me feel more and more alive. And we started like promoting the film 10 days back, and from in these 10 days I can see a major difference in my
A
confidence,
change in you?
a massive confidence change I'm seeing, which is truly amazing. I really want to hold on to this. I don't want this feeling to go away ever.
When you started working on this film, see, you're not playing a cricketer or a professor or a scientist where there's volume of work before you, where you can get inspiration and ideas
Right,
from.
right.
You're playing a character and you're doing a movie that has never been done before. Did you look at Hollywood for inspiration? Because Hollywood has got action movies based on train. Steven Seagal's Siege 2 was entirely
Yeah,
on a train.
yeah,
Van Damme's Derail was entirely on a train.
yeah.
So did you see these kind of movies and say that, okay, I've got to do better than them?
No, that would have added a lot of pressure on me, because these guys are the legends and they have like outdone themselves and they have made credible cinema. And I feel that if I would have done that, it would have just brought more pressure on me. So I just stayed true to myself and the script that I had got. And in terms of inspiration, of course, sir, there's like Van Damme there, there's like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, we have our Amitabh Bachchan, we have our Shah Rukh Khan. So these guys have done it all. And you cannot like say, look at them and say that I want to do better than this. You can just say that, I'm getting inspiration from them and I want to deliver my best. I never thought that I will be the next, like now people are calling the Indian John Wick and stuff like that. The titles are getting prefixed to my name. I never thought about all these things. Just focused on working sincerely and working hard on this, and let the film talk, let the work talk. That was the plain and simple approach.
But is it a kind of high when people say the Indian John Wick?
Oh yes, absolutely. It just feels. Uh, I feel, what do you say? I feel content is the right word, because these guys, I have looked up to them. Like I have seen their films and I'm like, ऐसा कुछ करना है life में यार. ऐसी film मिल जाए मजा आ जाएगा. It's a cool film यार. I mean, you look at John Wick and he's such a legend and a fictitious character you would want to be someday. And here I am, I'm playing Amrit and people are calling him an Indian John Wick. Rather, I would want them to call me Amrit only, but it's just good to be called your hero's name.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Your character is a commando of the Indian forces.
Yeah.
Have you interacted with these black cat commandos of our NSG?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yeah. So just before like we went onto the floors, so the training process went on for 8 months. So the first step of the process was that we went to the NSG camp in Manesar. I got the privilege to interact with the black cats, the commandos, and I cannot tell you, sir, these guys are a different breed altogether. The way they operate, the way they think, the way they eat, the way they walk, everything has an inherent swag in it. Like they just have the swag. You don't have to like. I'm still trying in the film to look like a commando. They know they are commandos. They deep down they know that. Just the confidence they have in their skin. You can just. I was trying to just imbibe that. Like somehow I want to feel this confidence in my skin. So just like I remember this incident. Like there was this 12-foot or some 14-foot car rope was there, and he said he looked at me. I was like bulky and all. He said, "Can you do this?" I said, "Sir, I'll give it a shot." And he challenged me like the commando. And commando is like, he was a retired commando. He had a belly and all, but a very solid guy. I said, "Sir, I'll give it a shot. I'll see if I can do it or not." Then I got onto it and I did that. I went up, 12 foot up, and came down also in like some 8 or 9 seconds. I quickly did it. And by the end of it, I had scratches in my wrist. Everything was like swollen, bleeding. And he's like, he said, "I'll show you." That man did that in like 6 or 7 seconds, up and down.
That's very difficult. You're pulling your own body weight up.
Up and down, yeah, it's crazy, sir. And I have to tell you one thing also, that there was this black cat commando. He reached out to me, he sent me a DM saying that this is the most realistic portrayal of a commando I've ever seen in a film.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah,
You
it
got
was-
feedback from them?
Yes.
Any other of the armed forces
Yeah,
have
this
reached out
guy,
and
this
told
guy
you?
reached out, and I was on cloud 9. I wanted to like shout and say that, see, this guy has complimented me in this way, and I was just happy because getting a compliment from them is something.
big.
It's a different high altogether. Then by the end of it, he said, "Black cats for life," and I said, "Black cats for life."
Very good.
So it was a very crazy moment.
Which has been the most violent movie that you have seen till date?
Violent
Hollywood,
film,
including Hollywood.
I think has to be probably Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight was Kill Bill. Kill Bill was violent. Hateful Eight was Quentin Tarantino's only. And
None of the Rambo movies. Some of them were
Rambo's-
very violent.
the first couple of parts were violent.
No, one of the latter movies in which I think they counted that he had killed some 39 people or something.
Oh, that I haven't got the chance
haven't
to
seen
watch
that?
it. No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. When this came out, when this film?
5 years ago.
5 years. No, I haven't seen
Rambo 5, I think that was.
that. Oh, no, but I think Sisu was also very violent. Sisu like, really was fascinating to watch. Clockwork Orange. So all these films I've seen, and and I think I'm also like, somebody wrote also like Clockwork Orange was banned in India, and then Kill is the new Clockwork Orange in India. I think if I'm not quoting it wrong, I read something of this sort somewhere.
You're very happy with that.
Which made me very proud, yeah.
What kind of role would you like to play after this?
Uh,
See, you're an actor.
yes.
You will get all kinds of roles, but people would expect you to live up to action. You know, I don't know how many of the fans you've cultivated in this movie
Yeah.
would want to see you playing a romantic hero after this.
I mean, why not, sir? I mean, anything that has like a lot of heart to it, something that will move me as an artist, something that somebody or something that can bring out something in me
emotion.
that I don't even know exist. Like this film really brought out something that I didn't know कि मेरे अंदर है भी ये चीज़. So अगर ऐसी कोई फिल्म मिलती है, ऐसा कोई फिल्म मेकर मेरे पास आते हैं, जो ऐसा कुछ एलिमेंट निकालते हैं जो मुझे ही नहीं पता मेरे अंदर है. So then why not? I will.
One last question. The action, how did you bring the emotion? How did you make it very real? It was like somebody of yours was really on the train being
Yeah.
killed and you were setting out to save them. How did you put yourself in the shoes of that character?
It's a very lengthy process, sir. I mean, it's like, you know.
No, I mean like, did you kind of psych yourself up to?
You have to like, so the, you know Manoj Pawar, right? The actor Manoj Pawar. So he told me once on the set that actors are constantly fooling themselves. You know, we have to fool ourselves all the time. We have to make believe that, you know, somebody has actually died. You have to put yourself in a zone. And I have said this before also, that I was genuinely torturing myself. I was sleeping less. I'm putting negative thoughts in my head. I'm listening to a certain kind of music that will put me in a zone. And somewhere you have to like go to some areas where this is, you know, it's not right, but you know this is working for you. You have to like
Like a dark area.
Like a dark area somewhere, because I think we all have that shade in us that we don't want to explore. We try to stay happy. You know, people say stay positive, stay happy, and I'm doing everything opposite of that.
Okay.
So I did everything. Like I used to like write a lot of backstories, fictitious backstories, and I used to read them and I used to feel something. Okay, this is actually happening. So a lot of text used to help me, music used to help me, and of course the psyche, the kind of things that you do to make it all real.
Thank you, Lakshya.
My pleasure.
Good
sir.
luck.
Thank you.